Welcome to this explainer, where we're going to do something a little wild today. We are actually framing ancient Hindu philosophy as the ultimate suspense thriller. So, buckle up because the stakes here, they literally could not be higher.
Think about your absolute favorite film, or, a gripping documentary. What makes a story completely impossible to stop watching? Like, why do we stay glued to the screen, even when we're squirming in our seats and feeling totally uncomfortable? Well, in storytelling, it really boils down to two crucial elements
that keep us absolutely hooked. First, there's suspense. That's simply wanting to know the answer to a burning question, like who's the killer or are they going to make it? Tension, on the other hand, is worrying about how things will work out. It's that awful, squirming discomfort you feel right in the moment. Great filmmakers use these to create an itch you're just dying to scratch. And today, we're actually using these exact concepts to understand the ultimate cosmic documentary of our own existence.
Now, in any compelling script, suspense is usually driven by a character's internal conflict. It's that massive gap between what a character wants and what they actually need. Their wants are usually immediate, right? Worldly pleasures, success, maybe just escaping physical danger. But their needs, those are the deeper, spiritual truths they absolutely must experience to grow, which, let's be honest, they almost always fight against. And that resistance, that creates this relentless, aching suspense.
So, who exactly is the star of our cosmic documentary? Let's meet our protagonist, the Jivatma. In ancient Indian philosophy, the Jivatma is the individual soul. It's the one experiencing all the pleasure and pain in this messy worldly life. This is the character we're following on screen. They get thrust into the world, interacting with objects and other people, fully 100% believing that they are the sole doer of their actions.
If we're building our protagonist's character profile, we see the Jivatma is a very specific manifestation of the Atman, the supreme soul. But like any good hero, they have a tragic flaw. They are totally limited by their psychophysical states. Because they feel this intense limitation, they get trapped. I'm talking an endless loop of transmigration or reincarnation. Basically, they're bound by their past actions until they finally learn the ultimate truth. Talk about high stakes, right?
To really grasp how this cosmic drama plays out, let's look at the master of suspense himself. Alfred Hitchcock had this famous bomb theory to explain surprise versus suspense. He said, if a bomb suddenly goes off during a mundane conversation, well, that's just a 15-second surprise. But if you tell the audience there's a bomb under the table and it's set to go off in exactly 5 minutes, suddenly that same boring conversation becomes unbearably tense. We, the audience, are practically screaming at the screen, desperate to warn them.
And that maps perfectly to the concept of avidya, or spiritual ignorance. It is the absolute ultimate dramatic irony. Our protagonist, the Jivatma, has completely forgotten their true nature. They mistakenly identify with this fragile physical body and their ego. But we, the cosmic audience, we know the actual truth. They are eternal. We see the bomb ticking right under the table. And that bomb? It's samsara, the endless, agonizing cycle of suffering and rebirth. We're sitting here watching our hero obsess over daily wants while totally ignoring their deeper spiritual needs. And the tension is just, it's agonizing.
So to resolve all this tension, our protagonist has to embark on a journey of realization. In the yoga tradition, the Jivatma is literally encased in 5 layers. They call this the Panchakosha, or the 5 sheaths. Think of it like a gritty investigative thriller, where the hero has to peel away 5 distinct layers of mystery to uncover the core truth. You have the physical, the energy, the mental, the intellectual, and finally, the bliss bodies. Our hero has to detach from every single one of them to achieve liberation. So let's peel them back, one by one. First up are the outer layers. The Annamaya Kosha is the physical body. This is heavily influenced by our environment, the food we eat, the everyday stuff. Just beneath that layer is the Pranamaya Kosha, which is the subtle sheath of cosmic energy or prana that surrounds the physical body. Ancient practices like physical yoga and energy work, they're designed to purify and harmonize these visible layers first. Basically, it's our hero's training montage before the final battle. Digging a bit deeper now, the protagonist confronts the Manomaya and Vijnanamaya koshas. That's the mind and the intellect. Now, the mind is this incredibly chaotic storehouse of desires, feelings, and thoughts, just firing off across time and space instantly. It is wildly difficult to rein in. The intellect is supposed to fine away these external impressions. But here's the twist. It actually becomes a massive hindrance. Why? Because it constantly judges things egoistically,
blinding our hero to the actual truth.
And then we reach the final boss, the Anandamaya Kosha, the body of bliss. Now, you'd probably think bliss is the ultimate goal, right? Actually, scratch that. It's completely the opposite. It's the absolute hardest sheath to overcome. It represents our deep, deep-rooted aspiration for personal fulfillment. To break through this final illusion, the protagonist needs pure, unadulterated wisdom, jnana, to shatter the ego completely and finally stop identifying as the doer.
To really get the mechanics of this intense internal conflict, we can look at it through the lens of Sankhya philosophy. Sankhya is built on this uncompromising dualism between two absolute principles. On one side, you have Purusha. This is the pure witness consciousness. It's passive, independent, completely free. And on the flip side is Prakriti, active, evolving, unconscious matter and nature. Literally, the entire drama of human experience is just the interplay between these two opposing forces.
But Prakriti isn't just sitting there static. It's made up of three constituent strands, or qualities, called the gunas: sattva, rajas, and tamas. Now, when these three are in perfect balance, nature remains unmanifest. But when that equilibrium gets disturbed, boom! The whole world of sensory experience, intellect, and ego just bursts into existence. The interplay of these gunas dictates the entire character of our protagonist and the overall trajectory of their life.
You know, in filmmaking, absolutely nothing ramps up tension quite like a ticking clock, a deadline that forces a character to act. Well, in our cosmic documentary, that ticking clock is the relentless cycle of evolution and dissolution. Prakriti evolves to give the Jivatma individual bodies and minds over and over again, lifetime after lifetime. The clock is always ticking down to the end of a physical life, desperately urging the protagonist to wake up and realize their true nature before the whole cycle just restarts all over again.
But every great film needs a climax, right? That one defining moment where all that unbearable suspense finally peaks and resolves. In the story of the Jivatma, this epic climax is called moksha, or liberation. This is the breathtaking moment when the Atma is finally released from the limitations of those five sheaths. The protagonist sees right through the dramatic irony, destroys the ego, and realizes they were never the physical body to begin with. Mind blown.
Sankhya philosophy actually calls this state kaivalya, which roughly translates to isolation. But wait, it's not some lonely, sad isolation. It is a profound, incredibly liberating clarity. It happens when Purusha, the pure consciousness, realizes that it is totally and utterly distinct from Prakriti, the matter. By stripping away the ahamkara, the ego, that false sense of identity shatters. And the result? The Sankhyakarika describes it beautifully. They call it the permanent impossibility of pain.
Which brings us to the ultimate plot twist in all of this. If the Jiva Atma is not actually limited by the body, then what truly defines your limits?
Are you merely this physical body? Or is there something within you, something that exists totally beyond the body and the mind? You know, perhaps the greatest mystery of all isn't hidden somewhere out there in the outside world, but deep, deep within you.
If you're on a journey to discover the answers to these incredibly profound questions, then you need to join us at InfiniteWithin.
Hit that subscribe button right now, because the next mystery we uncover might not reveal something about the world. It just might reveal the deepest truth about your very own existence.
Infinite Within, the journey to discover what lies beyond the self. Who are you, really?